This is Lama Tantrapa. It is hot in Portland. I bet it is pretty hot wherever you are in northern hemisphere of the earth. And I would like to share with you one secret method of cooling yourself down with Qigong. This is a really simple practice that can be put to use whenever it's hot outside. It works using three very simple principles. If you've studied school physics, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the principle of radiation of heat. You actually increase the radiation of heat from your body by bringing more blood to the surface of your skin, drawing the heat from the center of your body and releasing it out. Second principle is evaporation. When sweat evaporates from your body, it cools you down. That's why we sweat. And this is exactly what will help your sweat evaporate faster. And number three principle is simply fanning your body so that you cool yourself down by increasing the air circulation. How do you do that? Watch me. Keeping the palm open and relaxed, I start slapping myself silly as if I am dusting myself. The strikes don't have to be hard. About the intensity of the high five. I usually start with the chest and shoulders. One hand at a time. And then going down the arm. Once you get to the armpit, be a little bit more careful not to strike your own nerve plexus and lymphatic nodes. Switching to the opposite arm. It may sound like I'm hitting hard, but I'm actually slapping just enough to bring more circulation of blood to the surface of the skin. You will definitely feel how fanning increases the speed of evaporation of sweat if you are sweating, especially under the armpits. You can also use both hands. Now I move on to my hips and pelvis. Again, you don't want to hit yourself too hard when you're working on your groin. And just move down one of your legs. This is also a great balancing exercise for you. Notice how I kick my shoe off. Bring my foot up and slap it silly. And then move back up the leg and switch to the opposite leg. Bring this foot up, slap it vigorously. Come back up the other leg. And then move up your back, slapping around the kidneys as high as you can go, and then switch so that one arm helps the other go as far down the back as it can. Finally, we come back to the upper torso and move on to the neck and the head. Don't hit yourself hard on the neck or your scalp. I use the finger pads, the tips of the fingers or the pads of the fingers and thumbs, all around the scalp, the neck. When you move on to the face, you can simply switch to rubbing motions as if you're washing your face with cool water. Next thing I do is get a hold of my ears and massage the ears, bringing attention and energy to them. They're full of acupressure points, and massaging the ears is one of the wonderful ways to prevent a lot of health issues. Finally, I invite you to pull straight up by the tips of your ears so that you bring the real top of the head on top. Not what most people think is the top of the head. That's the false top. But the real top of the head, the Baihui point, is supposed to be the highest point of the skull. After that, you will have a beautiful line of your head, neck, and the rest of the spine. And you will feel cooler on a hot summer day like today. Until next time, I wish you a wonderful week.